whence you came. Go back. Ahead lies the realm of the dead. What a beautiful butterfly.
This is a eulogistic butterfly. They are found in places where, in Idonia, some think of them as manifestations of Thanatos' benevolence. By turning the lingering obsessions of the deceased into these creatures, it is as if the Titan has made life into a specimen. Others think of them as Thanatos' messengers that guide the departed to the nether realm.
The second theory sounds more believable. After all, the things they're saying...
Perhaps. But the fact that we're able to hear their whispers proves that we're fast approaching the realm of the dead. These shadowy figures... are they illusions reflected by the River of Souls?
Do you want to buy any fish?
Huh? He can see us?
Wait. I'm not selling my fish to living people. You lot are too shameless. Buying fish without paying.
Could it be that...
Tight. So...
But there aren't any...
Other fish. I can only...
Apologies. I don't have much in the way of... Please relax.
This...
I knew it. These people aren't... They're supposed to reach the end of the west wind by floating... Did Thanatos reject them? I have no idea. Hang on. Didn't he say more living people? Could it be that these souls are stuck here due to someone's deceit?
If something is done out of goodwill, are you
Goodwill? I can't... Wait a minute.
That's me.
Could it be that...
I couldn't take their behavior anymore. So I stole some things here and made up some lies there. Just trying to give them something to look for.
It's because of vile living creatures like you that we're being...
What else am I supposed to do? You can see the mess this place is in. These poor souls are denied. Did you see those two blacksmiths on the way? They've been here for as long as the sun's been around, wailing over and over about cat.
Then why have you come back?
Hey, I'm not here to aid your adventure. I hate water more than anything else in this world. But, I just discovered some stuff before I left. It's about that boy who defied death. I found
Lord Mighty?
Oh, right! That's his name. Well, now you know. As for whether that info is... So long, Princess Homebody. So long.
Huh?
Lady Cypher has always been a... If Lord Mighty is also somewhere along the river shoals right now, then he will certainly become our signpost. After all...
Don't worry. Ornyx's rune of recollection... Hey! Over here!
Ornyx's miracle has appeared.
Amazing! It's like we're inside a giant bubble. Even the river got parted.
There are wandering souls of the deceased here as well. We must first return to the present before we can...
Ah, by the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, since the current campaign requires the utmost.
Foreign warriors?
A priestess, a warrior, and a divine beast.
A campaign?
Nobody knows. Of the scouts that went ahead, only one has managed to return. He says, as for the rest of the scouts, while there is still dissension within the city, the scholars agree that
An unprecedented calamity.
it seems that you have indeed heard about this. Well,
A world that has never seen death. Looks like, may I ask, where is...
though he returned to Styxia, he said that he witnessed the demonic specter of an evil dragon at that treacherous land. The apparition opened its giant maw and devoured...
Styxia.
It all sounds rather familiar.
Sir, could I...
The Queen?
Oh, it's the same.
Leave it to me. Sir, the...
Styxia. This cannot stop.
Oh,
Sir, I am the Maiden of War.
Maiden of War?
Don't worry. I'm typically...
Cass.
I'm fine. I just didn't expect that I would... Is this a remnant?
Well then, why should I place my trust in you, holy maiden from afar?
Wait, I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Since the prophecy has already pronounced your name as Chrysos, heir of death, Akima ought to treat you as an... However, you seem to have no intentions of concealing your
I cannot deny your claim. It was the council that offered this room to me, and they had only one request. They want the curse of death to be completely subjugated to your will. I was agreeable to that request.
But why?
I am unable to rid myself of this innate curse.
I see. So that is how they plan to control. They have shifted the heavy responsibility of granting death over to me. If I ever become...
And yet, you seem to...
That's because the fate that we were born with. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry. Tidy up your precious garments and come with me. Akima welcomes.
I didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here.
Perhaps, but I do not need a reminder from them. This memory. Indeed. While my relationship with the Council has always been quite ambiguous, but why would this...
Could these dead monsters actually be... Ah! Why are the black...
Even Thanatos wouldn't be able to accept black-tide monsters into their realm. These traces seem to suggest that anybody who trespasses upon death will pay it. Since the realm of the dead must remain peaceful, it's imperative that we rid the place of such discordant noise. Please stay back. Let me deal with these enemies. I'm okay.
Just don't learn.
I'm okay.
Nothing may receive divinity. Breaks over. I choose you.
Life is not so fragile. As you wish.
Repay. Eternal sleep. The dead return. Something out of nothing. Insanity.
Embrace a new life.
an
The path ahead is blocked by the River of Souls again.
In that case, let's go back to the past. This miracle sure is handy. If Dan Heng was around, he'd definitely be able to raise the waters of the River of Souls into the sky.
If Lady Hycelens was still alive, I think she might be able to do that too.
We can't get through here. Let us return to the present.
You seem to be able to discern both the past and the future.
Oh, this place. Must have been a beautiful courtyard in the past.
Please excuse me. Oh, I was... and you. You.
I'm sorry. I cannot...
Well, that's because I didn't fall into the River of Souls by accident.
Why?
If you could see the life I've led, then you would not reproach. But I did not expect things to stay the same even in death. What a Circe's above. What cowards humans are.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, Holy Maiden. At least you are able... Circe's above. Does this count as thinking till the moment I die?
I have seen too many farewells for some people. But I...
Cass?
Yes, because when placed under time's vast scale... This is a wish that I've held for almost a millennium, but I've never been more firm in my
Wow. This place is... broken. Do we need to enter?
But how should we get up there? The path is blocked yet again.
Oryx's 8 always appears in times like this. How convenient. Look, there's even a platform lift over there. A chest of the past has been left behind, but none of its treasures remain inside. Wait, what if the miracle suddenly loses its effect?
Ma'am, do you really want me to answer that?
Stay back. Don't come any... Don't come near me.
Why does he look so panicked? Or is he actually scared of his own extraordinary power?
There's no need to be alarmed.
You have a point. While this might once have been the royal vault, it's since been...
You've misunderstood us.
My goodness. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I merely saw a...
What?
Wait a minute. You seem to be quite different from him.
It's a long...
Is it possible that he's also living in the Arab...
Death. Could Could it be that you are here to defeat the evil dragon Pollux?
Pollux. Is that the embodied...
According to the warriors under the Centurion's command, that evil dragon has been dead for quite a while. The curse that condemns people to death didn't originate from it, but they saw a girl within the dragon's embrace, and she...
Pray tell.
I've heard that the Queen spared no effort in bringing her back to the castle. Her Majesty intends to control all. As for whether this room...
You have my thanks for the... Please. This is his...
Then you granted him. That isn't like you. You would have refused, even if I commanded you.
I did it out of sympathy, believing that I wouldn't be racked with...
Sympathy? Sympathy for that youth who triumphed in every battle?
That young man was favored by Talantin, who taught him a move that will defeat any mortal enemy with a single blow. He could rely on that move to always achieve victory during Era Chrysia. However, now that death has descended upon the mortal realm...
You feel that he's similar?
Yes. That's why he approached me and pleaded.
You are perhaps feeling lost.
I've seen the people. They had such proud, perhaps death's authority.
I won't refute your beliefs for now. But would you? It's a fairy tale from foreign lands. A tale told.
What? But that means the girl born in the dragon's embrace.
I've already had an inkling for a while. My memories only begin after Amun.
Don't look back. Keep moving forward. Always.
It's...
Oh, this is...
Living ones?
Oh, did you hear about the great...
Great work?
Have you heard of the great name?
You don't have to describe it like...
During the age of myth, a time likely before your birth, I was the unsurpassed zenith of alchemy that none could...
But didn't that dragon...
Oh, looks like you... Well, it's true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals. Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world, make...
So... This is my guess. The deceased are supposed to drift down the River of Souls until they reach the...
That's right. That's why it's imperative that I bring the dragon back to the mortal realm and make it that final ingredient, the final sacrifice.
Huh? What's going on?
I know that I am no longer capable.
This...
We had been inebriated in Fagusa's feast for too long before we began to seek divine bestowed death instead of unable to rest that child. Please.
I promise.
By Fagusa above as her mother.
Oh, like how... Casterus.
That's...
The sound's back.
Ah, living ones, don't waste your time bickering. The Netherrealm's wrath is falling up.
Mister, please...
Be careful not to suffer the same...
Everyone, hide behind me!
Just don't learn. Thank you. And I'll give it. Trust me. We can do anything. I'm still here.
As you wish.
I'll see you off. Receive divinity. Breaks over. Insanity.
Embrace a new life.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
There's so many of them. What are we holding up? Protect us.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
Who's here?
I'm on it. You chose the wrong end. What's the matter? Being in sync? You can do it!
Life is not so fragile.
We can do anything!
As you wish. Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
For the feast of strife. On their triumphant return.
Lord Mighty? Lord Mighty. You've been through
I will find my path of return. And go back to the world of the living.
Lord Mighty, I have always wanted to.
I'm the one. I'll go against that is.
It seems like he's completely focused on resisting the temptation. It seems his Lord Mighty, we're headed for the Matrix inside that tower.
Challenge.
That's right.
Let the person.
Cass.
I'm. Rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better.
I'm familiar, but I've never repaired.
If I was more powerful, I would be able to carry one person with each limb and fly the four of us to the other. The rune of recollection is here, but could it be in that collapsed tower in the distance? It's still up to me. Just shout for me when you got it. Just leave.
Mem did it.
The pink squirrel.
The miracle's range is limited. Please come a little closer.
Aren't I a good fit for Ornyx's priest?
Of course. You're the most competent priest ever. The alchemical matrix should be behind this door.
Wow, there are so many of you! It's little Cass and little Trian.
This is the first.
It really, just like the other departed spirits we've
Yup, you're right. Trian already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side. But Trian believed that little Cass, so Trian has been standing here at this spot closest to the world.
Oh, it must have been
according to what Trian said, we're almost... Trian promised Trevi and Trinan that when little Cass got here, Trian would get the gift ready and be the first... So, little Cass, don't cry. We finally finished it.
This is what Lady Trevi once mentioned. The gift for me.
The holy maiden of Janus. Even when separated by life and death.
Trian spent a lot of time drawing this.
It's seriously...
Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Trevi has always said that it must have been a very harsh and frightening, but little Cass no longer has anything to fear now.
Only now, when I see Lady Trian's gift, do I realize that I've already obtained so many things I would never have dared to dream of. It's the first time I've gained the first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aclai. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were possible. I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. I don't have a single one. If I had known, I would have taken more pictures.
Trian says yes! Trian likes little Cass and would love to take a picture with little Cass.
Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured in the...
I thought so too.
What? Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
There won't be any regrets. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
Little Cass smiled. Trevi, Trinan, and Trian's wishes finally!
I remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Thank you for bringing me the final key.
Key? Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden?
I have a feeling that soon, this gift of yours will become the key to saving Mister's life.
Wow, that's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely! Little Cass, Little Gray, everyone, see you tomorrow!
Lady Trian.
The aura of this place. We have indeed reached the end of the stream of souls. If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm of the living. I have broken free from the chains of death countless times. This time will be no different. Castorus, will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
I have yet to make my decision, Lord.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires. Even if I will continue to fight till I die. Then rise from death till the miracle descends.
There is one more thing you should know.
What is it?
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I may...
I see.
Is that all? Are you going to accept?
Do you have...
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never...
Then, cease wasting your thoughts on futile matters. Control what little you can. And when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
Thank you, Lord Mighty. I will find the right decision.
In the name of strife, may you meet a fitting end.
This must be the alchemical matrix the spirit mentioned. Let's see. We need to insert Aquila's sky, Georios' earth, Kephali's fire, Fagusa's ocean, and Nestia's love.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made up her mind. In that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather...
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castorus, please, live as a human.
According to that alchemist, the final... However, he is not privy to the past, and therefore cannot see the...
The past?
I saw the twins of death in Kephali's memory. And now, the trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before she was consumed with regret over my death. So she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. That's because the Titan she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me.
You mean...
That's right. The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means. Only a divine corpse can prevent the dead from reaching the next world. And that's why... We have to reforge its body with the power.
But Cass, if that alchemist speaks the truth, does that mean...
According to those departed spirits, but before we talk about that...
I heard them
I think it's they must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That they never saw their wish fulfilled, and that wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in...
So
we were instead showing things to a strand...
But all of this is just a hypothesis, right?
That's fine. As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of... Now, I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical... Lady Trianne has already drawn a picture. Then, let the ritual begin. The objective is such as what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for Pollux. I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that Lady Almanette...
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the...
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. Please, go on. I'm listening.
Yes.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you.
The world?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect, but you no longer need to hide that story. I can...
Oh, well... Styxia. The pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even from where you stand.
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the era Chrysia, journeys and epics are only glorious, but I still can't take that as the final answer.
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear?
Please enlighten me, Lady Amunet. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world could be revisited endlessly, and every bond formed carried no risk of being severed. The so-called era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, then waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Casterus. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
I understand, Lady Amunet. Lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglaia would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened. And I would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother. I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle. My teacher, Anaxagoras, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace. Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
Breaks over.
Do it all! As you wish. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
Eternal sleep.
Return!
What's the insanity? Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
I'm still here.
Please, who's here? There's no one to weep their grief. I will grant you peace. Yes. I'm back. Life is not so as you wish. Be careful. They may be moving by instinct, but there is fear welling up within them. I'll remember this morning. Embrace a new life. May death protect us! Please, don't turn back to Netherrealm. Oh, death. Sleep in peace. I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now. They may look scary, but as long
What's wrong?
are you...
What's wrong with him?
His time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid his soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return, all right?
All right. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
It's a deal then. Please. Wait for me.
After all that, you still ended up back here.
So the legends were true. The Netherrealm really is.
Yes.
just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Plixia?
Do you?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. However, since you recognize the name...
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphoreus.
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Plixia?
A long, long time ago, their but fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them. All while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, 'cause we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will, nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own, not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw this seemingly endless fate to a close. It's been far too long. I always hoped I would see you among them. But...
I know. But you don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to him, and have him take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid, as long as you're here with me. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life. Like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the netherrealm, perching on the twig of death.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The River of Souls shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. The sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore.
Thank you. Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish?
Of course. What is it?
Please, don't forget me.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms, just like what I did when we were born.
Castorus. Castorus. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th... When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the...
No need to ask so many times.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter...
Such harsh words. As I see it, you...
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect to hear that from you. Are you
not going to refute me?
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
You were saying that Amphoreus's history is cyclical.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nikodor and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castorus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious... Besides, I, Anaxagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people!
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking. is it? What you really want to know is Aglaia making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium. So, do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaia entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about. You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
Lord Anaxa, you're finally the last speaker for the Assembly will be taking the stage. Lady Kindness has reserved a special seat for you. All right.
They actually don't necessarily find things.
Elders and citizens, silent, finin of Ides Elysiae.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaia.
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the Flame Chase journey?
Can this dude really face down kindness? They actually...
By Kephili above, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, and your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kephili, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't. Because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Finan? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akima to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 titans of Calamity gone, Akima will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaper has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akima still a picture of peace?
Exactly! The city of Akima shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akima from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akima away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akima's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. Not once has she ever failed Akima. Yet these vermin, they attempt to mislead you. And examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, make your judgment. Then turn your gaze to the demigods, whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? and those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaia, Trebios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
He's absolutely right. The Chrysos heirs have only...
At the present time, on the scales of Talentum, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
As expected, this is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anixan.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world.
The die is cast.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphoreus, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1, do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2, never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
Your vote.
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir, but...
You cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone!
Behold, Circe.